you talked about Colorado, what they get in the deal, and Carolina, what happens there. But what about Chicago? Do you think that, obviously they're kind of used to facilitate this deal with the salary retention, but do you think that the Blackhawks really did they do enough to maximize their return in the deal, or, was it a fair value? And, giving up Hall while also being the third party broker for the other two teams, it gives Carolina a big boost and gives them the opportunity to make it happen. But again, not that Colorado or not that Chicago rather was going to be contending for a Stanley Cup this year, but Colorado is a division rival for Chicago as well. So just kind of an interesting situation. How do you feel that the Blackhawks fared in all of this?
Well, the third round pick was their third round pick. So based on the fact that they're going to be one of the worst teams in the league, that's essentially a second round pick. And if you look at the return that most teams got to be a broker last year in a three-way deal, it's a fourth or a fifth. So getting a third and it basically being a very high third is a pretty good return. Taylor Hall is not the Taylor Hall that won a Hart Trophy. He has 24 points in 46 games, and he's making $6 million a year. They probably would have had to retain 50% on that deal. And I can imagine maybe they get a third round pick. They probably get a fourth round pick because he's just not the player that he used to be. So I think it's a decent return. There are critics out there that think Kyle Davidson could have done better, but I don't think it's a terrible return for Taylor Hall.